What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to basketball, and more importantly, welcome back to the Rookie Report. This is a series where we check in weekly on rookies around the NBA, taking a look at some of their film, some of their stats, and just see how they're growing in their first year of basketball at the pro level. But before we get into all of that, make sure that you guys like, subscribe, and comment. I've responded to every single comment to my YouTube channel up to this point, and I intend to keep on doing so. We got a bunch of great content on the channel right now, whether it's the trade talks, mock drafts, progress reports, one of those coming out tomorrow, and just a bunch of other cool stuff as trades start to heat up and other things midway through the season. But with all that being said, let's jump into the rookies. And that brings us back to the Rookie Report spreadsheet. For those of you new to the channel, basically I like to build out these spreadsheets to kind of visualize everything that we're talking about in a video. And this actually comes from a larger spreadsheet, but we've kind of condensed it down a little bit. So what are we actually looking at in this video? We're taking a look at the top rookie scores from this last week in basketball. And by the way, that's a it's a Sunday to Sunday view for this one, because I record this on Monday morning and then get it to you guys on Tuesday. So what you're seeing here are the top 15 rookie scores from this last week in the NBA, and the rookies are crushing it right now, to say the least. It's absolutely nuts. Why do we put the rookies in this order? Basically, we did a small study last year that found that the Rookie of the Year is typically the scoring leader, but there are instances where that isn't quite the case, and we've kind of written that out over here. On this end, we've got the year stats leader. I don't know why the pictures keep getting messed up on this end, but these are the year stats right here. Con Knipple has reclaimed his spot as the leading scorer amongst rookies after giving it up to Cooper Flagg for just a week last week, and Con went off again. Cooper had kind of a down week from my understanding, but this class is nuts. I say this in every one of these videos, but as someone that did player development and things like that, I can't stress enough like how hard it is to really contribute at an NBA level right away as a rookie. And don't get me wrong, all of these guys have flaws and things that they need to improve on, and that makes sense, right? They're rookies, but this class right here, I mean, take a look at this. We've got 12 guys pretty much scoring 10 plus points a game in the NBA. That's like strong role player type numbers right there. I mean, we've got how many guys scoring like above 13 right here? We got 6 of them. Like, these are guys that would get big ass contracts if they were free agents right now, if this is the kind of production that they were putting up. Mind you, like, some of the efficiencies are a little bit scary, but again, they're young players. We're not too worried about that. So I can't talk about this class enough. They've been really exciting, and I'm really excited to talk about them today. So, much like last week, your boy has been very busy with my business, and that means I've been watching a lot of college basketball because my top clients are kind of there right now, and so I really just haven't watched a ton of NBA ball. So this is 2 weeks in a row where I haven't really watched these guys very much. So I'm kind of going into this blind. We're going to be kind of taking a look at like, hey, how have these guys been performing? I've got a couple guys that I want to watch film on and just see what's going on with them. But that's kind of how I'm going to attack this video today. So starting off at the top with Con Knipple here. Con is just, he's on one, man. 21 points a game, incredible efficiency from 3 right now. We did watch Con last week, and again, we just saw so many different ways that the Hornets are using him to score. It's really fun, right? He's contributing on both ends of the court right now, and really, he's probably Charlotte's best player. The only question I have for Con Knipple right now, and I'm not saying like, hey, this guy's next Devin Booker or something like that. I promise you I'm not, because look, I don't care about efficiencies or anything like that. We're just kind of here to celebrate that like things are going well for them right now, and then we'll see how we need to progress after their rookie season. Is like, what kind of team are we putting around Con at this point, right? Because we got some goofy dudes on this team, and the Hornets can be pretty rough at points, right? Where are the Hornets at standings wise right now? So they're 5-5 as of late, so good for them. I don't know who they've been playing, but they're actually 500 as of right now. But you got goofy dudes like LaMelo and Miles Bridges on this team who are kind of towards the top of we'll call it usage for them. So what do they do? Do they look to move on from those guys and kind of say, okay, here's our foundation, let's start building from here? I personally think that would make some sense for Charlotte, but I'll be curious to see what they do. So shout out Con. We watched him last week. We're not going to watch him again this week, but this guy, we're going to be watching VJ this week. 21 points per game in this last week. By the way, minimum of 2 games played for all of these guys. If I switched this to 3, this would, oh, it actually doesn't change. What if I switched it to 1? No. How many games did y'all play this week? Okay, there we go. That makes more sense. But VJ Edgecombe for the Sixers. He's been heating back up again, and that's really exciting to see. I'm actually really happy that the Sixers have kind of been like, and look, Joel Embiid's actually been playing pretty solid as of late from my understanding. Again, haven't actually watched the film, just kind of been seeing box scores, so don't take that like too seriously. Maybe he's been ass, but the ball's just going in. I don't know. Joel Embiid's been playing well, and Paul George is back on the court as well, yet the Sixers are still kind of running through VJ and Maxey, which I think is probably the right way to do things, right? We got to figure out, like, hey, what can these two do together? More likely than not, the direction of the Sixers is probably going to be, let's focus around these two guys a little bit more, so they're starting to do that. So taking a look at VJ and how he's been playing in this last week, I want to just take a little deep dive and see what's been going well for him in this kind of Sunday to Sunday view. So he had kind of a rougher game here where he didn't shoot the ball quite as well. Just the three-point shot was not falling. That's a lot of three-pointers for VJ. He got up 8 in this game against OKC. That's OKC. I might be able to live with that because that's just a tough one. And then we had a nice 25-point outing with some solid efficiency all around. We love that. We got to the rim a lot more in this game. Yeah, you can see only got to the rim once against OKC. And then a game against Dallas had 23 points. Great efficiency. That's awesome. And then a game against the Knicks, which I believe that's the game that I picked out. 26 points, getting to the rim, not settling for mid-range shots. Got up some three-pointers. We were hitting those. We love it. He's been extremely impactful on both ends of the court right now. We're shooting the 3-ball well. The rim, not quite as great right now, and that might be just we're too out of control when we're going to the rim. Maybe we're not quite landing the right way when we attack. Those are things that we expect to see kind of out of young guys here. He's actually creating a good amount of his shots right now, less than the 50th percentile. That's interesting. But with all that being said, let's take a look at this game here against the Knicks, where, like we saw, VJ had 26 and 4 assists. I kind of want to see the assists too to see if there's any like playmaking reads that he's making right now, because I haven't seen too many up to this point with him. As always, YouTube, please don't demonetize my videos. They're gonna demonetize my videos. I know I'm showing NBA film up here right now, but this is educational content. It's transformative. I should be protected under fair use because I'm pausing, rewinding, adding context, blah, 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 blah. I have my legal defense in the comments. Try me, hoes. Anyway, let's watch this shit. Please support the videos because they will get demonetized. Let's see it, VJ. What are we doing? We're just going right at Jalen Brunson. See that right here? This is young player stuff already. By the way, I'm going to be rewinding, doing this stuff a bunch of times. And if I criticize your young player, that's okay. That's all part of coaching, right? This was a play right here that we talk about with young players all the time. He's like, I'm driving to the hoop. I don't know what's going to happen when I do it, but I'm going to the hoop and I'm putting this shot up right now. You'll see as players get a little bit older, they'll start to be more like a Jalen Brunson and kind of dissect things a little bit more. You see how like Jalen Brown's playing right now? It's incredible. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna kill you with crazy footwork over and over, and I know how to react to your defense, right? This is a young guy that's like, I'm a really athletic guy. Let me just see what I can do if I run at the rim. That's what happened on this possession right here. He's like, okay, let's just go. He doesn't quite land on 2 feet all the way. This is probably one where you got to feel the other pressure coming. It'd be nice if you can kick it to the corner and get it to Barlow here. He's able to get a shot up. Man, he's so athletic. Like, he didn't land well. He's like falling back, and then he gathers himself and goes right back up and in. Embiid wasn't even about to get involved with this shit right here. He's just like, oh, okay, good shit, Rook. Good shit. By the way, I was talking with people over the holidays, and somebody said something really stupid to me, which was college players try harder than NBA players. Incorrect. Here's why you think that. One, the atmosphere and everything, I think that affects things. Also, college basketball and non-professional sports, and I've talked to a couple other people in other sports about this because this idea kind of seems to transcend like all of those. College sports are a lot more athletic based, and it's not as much like intelligence based, right? So these guys are playing a smarter brand of basketball. Just because they're not sprinting up and down the court the entire time, it doesn't mean that they're trying harder or not trying, or like trying less hard. It's just a more athletic game in the sense where nobody's quite thinking as much, right? When you get to the pros, there's a lot more cerebral play of things. So I always try to explain that to people. They never listen, but it is what it is. We already saw this clip, but there were 2 shot attempts on it. What do we got here? So 2 possessions in a row now, we've seen both guards start up really high. out here, and Embiid's coming up. Ooh, nice jab step right there. I love it. Boom, attack. I love it. I love it. That's a nice one. I like this one. He took his time a little bit more with this. I talk about it all the time. If you're not like as quick of a player, this is the right way to attack things. Also, this is the right way to just attack in general. So jab. Notice how he's not going backwards to go forwards. He then just attacks. He takes contact. He waits. He performs a nice little Euro step, flips it up and in. That's a much better drive. I love that those were right back to back. All right, so we're getting in the same formation again, but we're getting a different variation now at a Philly. So again, we're starting off with two people in the corner, and Embiid's coming up high. Looks like we're kind of doing a little pick here. We're using Edgecombe as the short roll because they are trying to ice Maxey. Clearly, they're like, look, we're not letting Tyrese Maxey kill us. We talk about on these videos all the time. Rookies, they don't care as much. NBA teams don't care as much if they go off, right? That's just kind of how it is. You got to pick somebody to like leave, and they're going to pick the rookies more often than not because they're not as proven. Ooh, we're settling for a 3 on this one. Interesting. Like, especially with, Brunson's trailing, I'd love to see you go here. And Embiid's already doing the right thing, which is sealing off a lane here. Bridges sees that something's open here. He's a smart defensive player, so he's coming up here. He's leaving Grimes. If you take a couple steps in on this one, you're either getting a driving lane because Embiid has sealed him off, or you're getting a 3 right here. So something to learn on that one, but he makes that bitch. Let's take a look at the shooting form because AVC, in his background with player development, if you're new to the channel, I know you guys have heard me say it a lot. My expertise was always with helping players develop their shooting form. Just taking a look at this, we're a little bit off balance. Typically with the younger guys, their knees are buckling in a little bit more here, and we are on this one. I've been fine with Edgecombe's form most of this season. He jumps together well. He's a little bit off balance because Brunson got some good pressure on him. It looks like he wanted a foul too, but I don't know. Ooh, give me those. Good shit, Paul. Here we go. We're running. What's going to happen? Ooh, we're feeling ourselves. Ooh, okay. Let's see it. I love the landing on 2 right here. It looks really clean. Lands on 2. He looks like he could be sitting in a chair right now. I love it. That's nice and comfortable. We want the feet to go together because it's easier to kind of keep all your mechanics going straight in one direction if we jump our feet together. Boom. There's a little bit of a twist in the hips right here, though. Notice where his feet kind of end. So something to improve on there, but he's making that bitch anyway. Yup. Cool him down. I love VJ Edgecombe. Ooh, ball handling stuff. I'm getting too excited for this, man, just because I haven't gotten a chance to watch this stuff. So looks like a very similar play happening right here, but this time with Jared McCain. So you'll see the difference on this play is the big and the guard have swapped here. So Embiid didn't just slip through this time. Now McCain's coming through. We're going in a little bit of a pick and roll here. Edgecombe doesn't quite get away from Bridges, but he's going to use that screen again. Now he's gotten the separation here. And so here's the thing, right? You can take this 3-point shot. That's more than fine, right? And as VJ develops, maybe he becomes an even better shooter, and that's great. And I know Edgecombe's not finishing like phenomenally at the rim right now, but what I would like to see happen with this is watch. I'd love for you to keep this tighter. He went so far wide right here. If you keep this tight, you can take a lot more ground from like Karl Anthony Towns right here. You can still get off your 3-point shot if you want to. And you could also like put Mikal Bridges in jail. Then you can kind of get into the pick and roll situation a little bit more, but he's getting that bitch up. That was definitely a foul, but he made that bitch anyway. So just little things, right? Little things that we can improve on. Here we go. McCain, what are we doing? We're going to try, see how he takes it like another kind of step in to see what he can get to. I don't mind this at all. So he kind of gets in a bad situation. He's got to take a bad shot because the shot clock is running down. I can't judge you too much for that one. What are we doing, P? We're trying to create something. I love this cut. That's a tough finish. That's a really tough finish. This is great stuff right here. So you're not open. You got to go get yourself open. Great stuff. Attack. Wow. Nice finish. Ooh, I like it. Celebrate your teammates. All right, here we go. I don't love that shot necessarily, but man, he's hitting right now. He's hitting. Okay, I can't complain, man. If you're hot, you're hot. Just let him cook. If he's hot, let him cook. Let's do it. Nobody's guarding him. What happened here? Why did nobody guard him? I understand we're in transition, kinda? Not really, no. It's just nobody really knows what's going on. Tyler Kolek is saying something's wrong. Let's see. We're able to get a 3-point shot off. That was the best like catch and shoot look we've had all day today. This looks good for the most part. Feet are pretty well balanced here. Ball's coming up on the right side of his face. That's great. Jumps together well. It's just a little bit short and off. Interesting. Interesting. Second half. Let's see what we got here. What's going on with this movement? Here we go. Little handoff action. I want to see more ball handling stuff. Again, we could use this tighter. He's kind of going around the screen and then figuring out where to go. And I'll say, yeah, like his creation, probably not like the greatest at this point, but I still love the potential of this. So now we're attacking. This is awesome. He's going to get by Mitchell Robinson. Oop, that's goaltend. Give me those. I love it. I love it. P's got to take a tough one. Embiid, get it out there. Give him that rock. Catch, shoot. Interesting. There's like a little hitch at the end of the shot that we're seeing with his feet. Like he's kind of coming together and then flaring back out. It shouldn't affect things too much. That bitch is long. That bitch is long. Here we go. Run. We're attacking. This is where he's gonna thrive. Yeah, the young guys, that's where they're going to get you, unfortunately. All right, we got to take a bad shot at the end of the clock. Nope, not able to get that one. Not a big deal. What do we got here? We're trapping. We're doing the right things here. Embiid's going to help, and then swing it one more. You should have been able to maybe swing it one more, but that's okay. What are we doing? We got to get another shot up. Is he going to hit that one? Nope, not even close. That's okay. Good stuff, P. Good stuff. Good pass. Hey, great stuff. Okay, anything else all that interesting? Good cut there, whatever. Pass the ball back out, just attack. Hey, good pump. Great stuff. Cool. All right, that's all the scoring in this one. I do want to see the playmaking. What are kind of our takeaways from VJ? Still got to improve on like some of the creation, like decisions and stuff like that, but that's totally fine. Probably took a few more threes than he needed to, and just taking our time when we get to the rim, right? Kind of same old story, but let's take a look at a couple of these assists. I want to see what's going on here, because they're putting like this is kind of the action right now. Is two guys in the corner. The Jazz do the exact same shit here. They kind of keep it simple for people. Edgecombe kind of waiting out here. I don't like when guys are just kind of chilling out here. I feel like it makes it too easy for the defense. You can kind of just play the pack line right here and just kind of congest everything. I'd like guys to be a little bit more in motion over here, so that's just a complaint of mine. That's just a nice little play right there. Nothing too crazy. Knicks defense gets a little bit lost here, but I love how ready he was for it. That's a nice pass. Here we go. We're doing this again. Is it the exact same play? I can't tell if that was the exact same clip or not, or if it was just the same play. What are we doing? Let's try to create something. Just give it to Embiid. Let him work. So yeah, sometimes that just works. So kind of a nothing assist there. Here we go. Let's run. What are we doing? Good stuff. Hey, Joel. Good dunk, my boy. Oh, he's hyped about it. Good shit, Joel. Look how happy he is. I'm happy to see you on the court, man. I really, really am. Okay. That's enough of VJ Edgecombe for now, because I want to get into this next guy's film, Caleb Love. Caleb Love was up here in the rankings last week as well, and I said I didn't want to watch him because the first time, or the couple times I've watched him this year, I'm like, this dude is just like, he's one of those guys where he's really trying to make the roster, right? And he's like, okay, every time I'm getting the ball, I'm putting this bitch up. I don't really care what happens, and that's not the most fun, but it's 2 weeks in a row. I got to watch it. 18 points a game, 45% from three, damn near. I got to take a look, right? I absolutely got to take a look. So let's take a look at Caleb Love's numbers, because, look, I'm not even going to pull it up. This guy's defense is pretty atrocious, right? And I'm curious if it's been getting any better or not. But yeah, no, second percentile defensively right now on the season. Not really efficient. 52 at the rim is really rough. That's kind of what I expect. He's a smaller kind of combo guard, if you would. The turnovers he's keeping low right now. That's probably because he just shoots the ball every time he touches it. And I'm not trying to like make fun of him or anything. I want to watch this film and kind of see what's going on. Offensively, we've been seeing an increase as of late. Defensively, it's going up, so that's good. We're at least coming back to like somewhat of a league average, which is good. So yeah, we'll have to take a look at that. As for like most recent games and kind of a Sunday to Sunday view, 18 points, 24 points, 10 points, 22, 16. He's getting them shots up. Not as many mid-range looks, so that's good, because I feel like it was a lot higher earlier in the year. Yeah, he was getting off maybe like 3 or 2 in a game. Now he's only getting off 1. We appreciate that, and a lot of three-pointers. So what game did I pick out here? I picked out a game against New Orleans where he had 22 points, it looks like. Very, very cool. And this is kind of one where he was able to come off the bench. Did the game just get away from people at some point? Why did he end up playing so many minutes? Maybe somebody got hurt or something. Again, I haven't really been tuned in on this stuff, but 2 assists in this one, only 1 turnover. Let's take a look at the shot attempts because it's a lot of three-pointers. And that makes me think that we are chucking some more and we just happen to be hitting right now. Which, like, hey, that's awesome, but let's see what's going on. Here we go. Pump fake. We're attacking. Boom. Oh, my goodness. That was a crazy pass out right here. Like, you could have just shoot the ball. You're already there. Just shoot the ball. All right, we're getting this bitch up. The form actually looks really good there. Let me see this one more time. Let me see some Caleb Love right here. This form looks pretty good. Maybe the ball's a little bit off to the left from where I would like it to be, but we come together well. That's nice. Good shit, Caleb. Good shit. What else we got? Look at Zion coming up right here. What do we got? What do we got? We're just pulling up again. Oh my goodness, that one was off. Okay. Okay. So, like, this is kind of what I'm talking about. I don't know what to say about this. It's just not a good shot necessarily. Like, I get maybe he's being asked to score. Maybe coach is like, hey, get your shots up when you're in there. Great. It seems like Portland's really trying to win games, so I'm not sure why this would be the shot that they want to settle for. But, man, that bitch is all sorts of off right there. Here we go. Here we go. Nice little skip pass. We're attacking. Get into blender action. Hawkins isn't close enough. I'm okay with this one going up. It's going up. Form looks pretty good. Yeah, that one's in. That one is in. So what else is going on here? Come on, let's see it. Love, we're trying to create a little bit. We're working with Time Lord. And again, like, teams are just going to let these guys shoot, right? This is kind of what it is with rookies. I say that not to, like, again, knock them down or whatever. It's just so that people know when, like, guys have sophomore slumps or something like that. This is sometimes the reason why sometimes people just really don't give a shit about them in, like, their first year. And that's kind of okay. Clearly in this one, Jordan Poole and Kevon Looney did not give a shit. I can live with that miss. It was short. It's not a big deal. I can live with long and short. All right, Denny, what do we got? What do we got? We're attacking. We're attacking. That's a tough one. Here we go. I like the pump fake right here. That was a good pump fake. I like it because you've hit a couple shots at this point, so they're going to help. They're okay with leaving you. Here we go. Pump fake. We get to a spot. I'm fine with that shot. I can live with that one. Like, mid-ranges, like, yes, we know they're not the most, like, analytical ones. I'm kind of cool with that shot. Every once in a while, it's all good. Healthy die to that. Here we go. Passing that ball up. I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't love it. Like, yes, if it goes in, that's fun. That's cool or whatever. It's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know what his role is with the team and what coach is saying. If they're saying whenever you have an open three, go for it, I guess that's fine. I don't know. I don't necessarily know. It doesn't feel like a great way to win a basketball game to play like this. I feel like we could attack, get better shots. There's good shots and there's better ones. Ooh, Denny, go to work, my guy. Here we go. Getting that bitch up again. Interesting how, like, what was going on with the defense here? Like, Alvarado's, like, not even really on him. It's Hawkins' job to X out here. Interesting defense by the Pelicans. So what happened here on this shot? Why is it so far off? Did he bring the ball over to, like, the left pocket? Instead, he kind of did. Yeah, he didn't really start it from the right pocket. He starts from the left. So what that does, it causes that ball to kind of curve a little bit, and that's why the ball went this way. Oh, my goodness. That's 2 rough misses, though, in this game. Here we go. Here we go. What are we doing now? He's like, hey, motion, motion. One guy moved. You look at him. He's calling for motion. He's like, all right, guys, get out the way. Get out the way. Rupert's like, all right, I got you, my boy. Nobody else fucking moved. Nobody else is moving. Rob's trying to say, hey, go right here. Maybe I can get a pass out to you. I completely missed what Love did. He's got a big on him, so he's going to try to ISO. Solid. He's off balance. And, yeah, he just didn't quite get off the ground either. Handle's got to be a little bit tighter. Yeah, he's just a little bit indecisive on that one. ISO game. Maybe not there. Maybe not there right now. And if it's not already clear, I understand I'm only watching like one basketball game's worth of clips right here and not even like a full game. So like, don't take these as like your end all be all anything. Go watch a bunch of other stuff on these guys. I'm just kind of saying my piece with things here, and I have to make it somewhat short for YouTube. Here we go. We're getting a shot off. That one looked better. Yep, that one was in. That one was in. So if we get consistent shooting form, we can be a good catch and shoot guy. Here we go. Again, he's getting that bitch up. And like, great hit. Again, maybe could have gotten a better shot, but if he's out there to shoot and that's his job, that's great. Maybe falling a little bit too far back on this one, but on these catch and shoot opportunities, he looks really good. Here we go. Here we go. He got really well set on this one. Look at this. He kind of bounces into it and he gets it up. Ooh, ball's on the left side of his face, though. Do we think this one's going in? We want the ball kind of crossing the right side of your face if you're a righty. Let's see. Oh, bitch, still went in. Still went in. That's great. Good stuff, man. He's shooting. Oh, my Lord. It's the end of the shot clock, I guess, but fair enough. Why does the ball keep, like, and this is kind of the thing with Portland, right? And, like, some of their inconsistencies. Like, how is the offense, like, ending up like this so often, right? Where he's just kind of got the ball at the top of the key when clearly he's not the creator. Like, why does that happen so much is a question that I would ask as like a consultant or something. So I don't know. Here we go. Denny's going to do his thing. All right, I'm going to get another shot up. Boom. Great stuff. So kind of one more, kind of lazy bucket, whatever. Okay. Kind of the same thing. We're chucking shots and we're hitting them right now. So I don't know what that really means for him long term. Is he a catch and shoot option? I don't know. 6'3" guy, not great at defense. And look, like these guys can get better, right? Like you never write off these young guys. You give them a couple of years to figure it out. I don't know. I don't really know what his long-term role is necessarily. He's got to become a better playmaker at that size. It's just kind of what it has to be. Moving on, Trey Johnson and Yegor. We watched both of them last week and just kind of talked about like some bucket getting by them. I believe we watched Yegor last week. I'm pretty sure. Both of them, 15 points a game. That's awesome, man. Like the assist, they were starting to go up for Yegor. I wonder if we're attacking the rim anymore for him. Can I get a rim check? Damn, that's a crazy thing to say. Nope, still only getting to the rim about once in a game, which that's kind of what it is. So if he's hitting threes, he's doing stuff. Otherwise, meh. Trey Johnson's kind of the big, what do we want to call this? This is kind of he's the clear example of how good this rookie class is, because like normally 15 points a game as a rookie and like how well he's shooting. Let's just take a look at his season stats really quickly. Like 41% from three, like 12 points per game on the season, but like, man, he's been hooping recently and he's just hitting like tough shot after tough shot. There's not a ton else going on in his game right now besides just hitting tough shots over and over and over again, but normally people would talk about this a lot more, but there's so many other good rookies. So we want to shout out Trey. We hope that the Wizards can start to, and the Wizards have actually gone like 500 as of late, and Bub Carrington's even playing well, but he's just kind of hitting goofy jump shots as well, which I'm not sure how sustainable that really is, and especially if you're trying to win basketball games. But Trey seems like he could be a decent piece going forward, and that's kind of what we thought. We're going to have to develop the defense and the playmaking, but for what he's supposed to do as a rookie, which is get buckets, he seems to be doing that. Cedric Coward, his points have been going back up. Whenever there's playmakers on the floor, Cedric Coward tends to perform well. We watched some of him last week. I really like Coward, man. I think he's going to be a starter in this league for a long time. I didn't have too hard of an opinion on him coming in just because there wasn't a ton of film on him, but man, he's been fun. I've been really enjoying watching him. Cooper Flagg, kind of a down week this week for old Coop, who's been just utterly dominant kind of before that. He's been looking really, really good. 12 points, which still awesome. 7 assists, almost 7 rebounds. Like that in and of itself is fine. I really don't care about the efficiency right now. We could watch film on Coop and say like, hey, here's what's going on with him. Here's why he's missing. I'm not too into that at this moment. If we have a couple weeks in a row on it, I'll focus on that a little bit more because he's been kind of balling otherwise. But like, I don't care about efficiency much as a rookie. I really don't. By the end of the second season, I want to see you start to clean up some of those mistakes, start to make a few better decisions, and then carry that into the third season. But for now, I'm totally fine. But the next guy that I want to talk about is Jeremiah Fears. It's been a minute since we checked in on Jeremiah Fears. What have we kind of seen from him? He attacks the rim. He goes to the rim a lot, right? Like that's kind of what he wants to do. Our criticism of him early in the season, and again, they're rookies. We're going to criticize him a lot. Taking what the defense is giving him is good, right? But he's taking a lot of kind of these like mid-range like pull-up shots that we're really trying to eliminate right now, and the defense is just kind of giving it to him over and over, and he's going to keep taking that shot, and it's not like he's converting a great amount of them. So what I'd like to see is him try to attack a little bit more, be a little bit better of a playmaker in those situations. But let's just take a look at Fears, because it wasn't like he was crazy efficient this week, but 12 points, man. You're in a tough role. Your team is rough week in and week out, but you're still making things happen, and you should feel really happy about your rookie season. Not too efficient at the rim right now. The mid-range shot, can we get some actual like numbers behind this? So like, look at the amount of mid-range shots he's attempting. Like that's a lot. We're not converting many of them. The three-point shot isn't bad. It's better than I thought it was going to be this year, but we're not getting off many of those. He's definitely getting to the rim a lot. Like we know that. So think about it. As we work and get stronger, because he's young, right? He's young, small, 6'3", 190 only right now. Put a little bit of muscle on, you learn how to use your body a little bit more. I have questions about his athleticism because I know that was kind of a selling point for him coming in, and I don't see it quite as much. And I'm not saying he's not a good athlete, just not like a premier athlete like maybe he was sold as. So I have some concerns about that, but we can talk about it. So we picked this game, I believe it's this one, the Miami game here. We want to celebrate the good ones, right? In this game, 8 of 13, he hit some 3-pointers, 21 points, only 2 assists in this one, 4 turnovers, so maybe we'll watch the turnovers as well with this one. But shout out Fears and the other rookie Derek Queen in this one. But yeah, let's take a look at Fears and see what is going on here. Ooh, the Vice uniforms. Thank you so much. We love it. Here we go. Ooh, just getting right into this 3-pointer right here. Interesting. I'm always curious, like, what's the decision-making process on that? Like, because yes, Mitchell went under, and I would tell Mitchell to go under as well, but he's just taking it. Let's take a look at this form. The ball's on the wrong pocket right here. We're in the left pocket, which means we're adding some variance to the shot. We want it in the right pocket, but he lands balanced. He comes pretty well together. That bitch is in. Good stuff. Let's see, Zion trying to do his typical action here, which is come off a little screen here. Typically, they like to get it a little bit lower than this so he can try to attack this, but most NBA teams are very aware of this by now. That's why Jovic is kind of poking out here and trying to take this. Sorry, I had to take a quick client call. Somebody just had a question about something. Where are we at now? Zion is going through his action. Yep, that's right. Jovic is kind of stealing on this. Wiggins is smartly dropping down right here, so it completely cuts everything off. Fears coming back out. They're going to leave him because, again, they're a rookie, right? Let's take a look at this catch and shoot. We're leaning a little bit to the left again. A little bit to the left. So, again, as we get stronger, right, more balanced, all of that stuff, we can kind of improve this stuff. If you want to be a really elite playmaker right here, you'll see that because this bottom guy had to rotate here, the help is a lot harder. So what you could do is take a step in right here, dump it down to Derek Queen, but I'm not going to be mad at taking an open 3-pointer from the corner either. So that one just a little bit short, and that's probably because you were leaning off to the side a little bit here, right? See how he's kind of jumping this way just a little bit? You're losing some of that power. Losing just a little bit of that power right there. So nitpicky, but not a big deal. Here we go. What are we doing? What's going on? We're trying to attack. We're trying to attack. We're trying to get there. These are the shots I don't like, right? These are the ones that if you take this shot right here, NBA coaches will tell you all the time, even college coaches will tell you a lot of the time. This is a win of a possession for us because if they take enough of these shots, we're good. There's 13 seconds left. We don't need this. We don't need this. And look, I want to celebrate whenever the ball goes in or whatever for young guys because we're trying to build confidence, right? But this is one where I say, hey, let's go get a better shot. Let's go get a better look right here. Maybe you re-screen here, come around. I don't know. The spacing's all fucked right now, but hits that one. Great. We celebrate that. Good for you, man. You're scoring at an NBA level, but we need more. Here we go. Is that Drew Smith on him? Man, his defense is tough. Here we go. We're attacking. Good finish. Great stuff. All right, here we go. Let's go. We're running. We're running. We're going to try to push in transition right here. We always love when young guys can do this. Here we go. Here we go. See, that's one right there where, again, he decided he was driving to the hoop and he had no idea what he was going to do. Where right here is like, okay, I'm just going to wait until you have to get this up. Not quite able to finish. Markovic comes in anyway. Probably could have waited for your team on that one. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. We're taking a catch and shoot here again with like 9-10 seconds. It's not the most open shot in the world, and he's got a foot on the line. Wait, did they call that a 3? I'm pretty sure his foot is like on the line here. Watch, watch, watch. Foot looks like it's on the line. Maybe it's just like blurred a little bit, but he says 3-pointer, so I don't know. Interesting. Maybe they correct it later. Here we go. We're attacking. I love it. Oh, it's end of the shot clock. All right. I'm not mad about it. You got to do what you got to do then. Hey, tough ass bucket then. Tough ass bucket. Shut the fuck up, AVC. Let me do what I got to do. Here we go. I like this. I like the rescreen. Good stuff here because you went around the first time. They went under on it. Okay, I'm trying to get to the rim. So I'm going to take you back over. This is great. Notice how close he got to the screen here. You can kind of put him in jail if you take just like that little kind of step in. You kind of slither in, take that bitch, but it's okay. You also don't have like a great roll option in Derek Queen, and that makes things harder. Zion is again trying to get to his action right here. He would like the ball so he can get ahead of speed, because if he can get ahead of speed, he's getting a bucket, right? But you were kind of in the way, unfortunately. So we're not able to get that. We're not able to get it. They're going to try to make something else happen. We're going to get a 3-point shot up. That one is a little bit off. Did we again put it in the wrong pocket? Let's see. Let's see. Hard to tell. It's a little bit off. It's a little bit off. Honestly, though, like a lot of the form isn't that bad. It's pretty correctable. Here we go. Coming over the top. Nobody really cares about him. At least Jovic doesn't in this one. So he's going to take a long shot, which, again, not a great look in my mind. Oh, by the way, Chelsea Alvarado at the end of that play. He was trying to do his little thing there. All right, whatever. Let's go. Let's go. Give it to the young guy. Let him run. Let him attack. Yep, you're not going to stop him necessarily. Oh, my Lord. Okay, so this is one, right, where we're moving a bit too fast. And, like, he might be able to finish that with time, right? But that might be one where you're kind of trying to take a little bit of contact beforehand so you're not just kind of running crazy at the rim. You try to play off 2 feet when you can. I know it's not as fun, but it's kind of what you got to do. Hey, dunk. What do we got, Fears? What do we got? Kind of settling for a shot here, but we're trying to make a comeback, so I can understand that. So we're hitting. Let's attack. Let's see. I love taking the contact a little bit earlier in this one, and now just get it up on the rim. Just get it up on the rim for me. And by that, I should say get it up on off the glass for me. So we did a decent job taking the contact, making sure Norm couldn't finish on us. I'd like for us to be going at the glass though. All right, we got one more look here, I'm guessing. Let's attack. Kind of taking a goofy little mid-range shot, whatever. Not a big deal. Don't care that much. Okay. Same stuff we were seeing with Fears before. Taking a few bad looks here and there, but overall we're going to celebrate that he's getting the ball to go in the hoop at times, and there's definitely a future for this kid, man. There really, really is. I do want to see the turnovers quick and just see if these are a result of kind of just running at the rim and not knowing where you're going. All right, here we go. Zion, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're trying to attack. Oh, my goodness. Whoa. All right, not sure how that's a Fears turnover, but whatever. Oh, and a video not available. Thank you so much, NBA.com. Let's do this. Just got a little bit lazy with that pass. Trey, honestly, Norm Powell, great reaction time. Saw him being beat, knew where the ball had to go. That's great stuff, man. You had to throw that a little bit out in front, but I'm not too mad at that one. Here we go. What do we got? I love this right here. I love this. So watch this. He sees which way Jovic is going on the catch, and he knows to attack the opposite right here because his hips are facing this way. So you attack the opposite, right? You attack this high foot right here. It's a lot harder to recover. You didn't need to stop. You didn't need to stop and snatch back, right? You could have just kept going, but you throw it through there. That's a tough pass to do. You can't really do chest passes through the middle of the court in the NBA. You maybe can in college, not here. We talk about that a lot. That bitch getting stolen, especially when there's 2 guys that he threw it right at. But, you know, is what it is. Okay, and we don't get to see the rest of them, so whatever. Just kind of working our way through the rest of these guys really, really quick. We talked about Reynaud last week. He continues to kind of put up really solid numbers for a rookie, good efficiency. It could be a little bit higher as a big, but that's okay. But 10 and almost 9, we clap it out, man. We clap it out. We talked about some questions we had with him last week, so go check that out. Harper's hitting his threes right now, 10 points a game on the team that he's on. That's awesome, man. Spurs are the 2nd seed, I believe, right now, so we applaud that. Derek Queen, numbers seem to be dropping over the past couple weeks, and the efficiency hasn't been good in a little bit, so maybe something we want to dive into next week, kind of see what's going on. Maybe teams are dropping on him a little bit more. I'm not so sure. Let me know if you've been watching. Will Richard, nice to see him back up here and back into the rotation. 9 points a game. Not bad efficiency by any means. I know it's a little bit red on the screen, but, you know, it's just a 1-week sample size, so I'm not tripping about it. Walter Clayton Jr., he's been finding himself kind of in this row for the past couple weeks. Once we get some better efficiency, I really like Clayton. Nick Clifford, I think that's 2 weeks in a row of him being in here. Some solid efficiency. I like him as like a Swiss Army knife kind of guy long term, so I'll be curious to see what that is. Last guy we want to watch, Nolan Traore. I don't know if I'm actually saying that correctly. I get names wrong all the time. You're just going to have to deal with it. But Nolan hasn't really gotten the chance to play too much. He's mostly been in the G League, and the Nets finally are kind of giving him a little bit of a chance to play. I was a fan of his as a prospect, so I wanted to just take a second and kind of see what's going on with old Nolan. So first, let's pull him up. Let's see what's going on with the kid. And then, by the way, stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to be doing a quick Google search of myself because I've never done that before, and somebody said that I should. Defensively, and mind you, this is just 13 games. Numbers are pretty good. Offense is bad. Don't even have enough shot attempts to really care about anything. We don't really get too many rebounds, a lot of turnovers, but we're passing the ball a ton. So, efficiency's been kind of up and down all over the place. Where are we getting our shots from? A lot of 3-pointers, no surprise there. Not getting to the rim necessarily a ton, but okay, let's see. In this game here, they lost to the Wizards, unfortunately, but Nolan got 25 minutes on the court, 4 for 7, got some assists out there, so Let's see what Nolan's doing to kind of wrap this thing up. These Wizards uniforms, still not a fan of them. All right, we're in a transition opportunity where we're going to be able to attack. I like the contact that we took here, and this was Nolan's thing. Like, even in Europe, he gets to the spots he needs to a lot of times, but he just can't convert. See, like this right here, when I take this contact, and by the way, decent defense by Bub Carrington on that one. Takes the contact. I'd love to see kind of a Euro step a little bit sooner and try to finish on that side, but just play off 2 feet a little bit better, and you're probably finishing that one. So that's an easy fix. Tyrese Martin going to the hoop. I love the cut here. I love the attack. Again, like the ball just came out of his hands a little bit early. Watch this. The ball is kind of like on the palm of his hand instead of his fingertips, so he wasn't quite able to get it up. So this is his thing, right? Like he gets to the right spots. It's just not finishing. So you take your time with it. Maybe you get somewhere. I see playing off 2 feet. Play off 2 feet and we'll get there. This is a great move. That's an awesome move. Great play. Thank you so much. It's that simple, man. We correct a couple little things and we're there. All right, here we go. One of the things we liked about him is he knows a lot of NBA sets and motions already because he was playing at a high level. This right here. Marvin Bagley, who's been playing great, by the way. I've been a fan of Bagley as kind of a backup big for a couple years now. Bagley could low-key screen your guy for you right here. So let's attack. This is great. That's good finishing. Like, he's got the quickness, man. See, like, I don't see it with Fears. I see it with him. He's got bursts of quickness. So something to kind of note with that one. Good finish. We'd maybe like that you don't get pushed out quite as far. I'd like you to be finishing a little bit more towards this way. But, you know, it is what it is. Here we go. What are we doing? We're switching. Good stuff. Give me that basketball. Let's go. We're off and running. Here we go. Good finish. Great stuff. Anything else of note here? Let's see. We're attacking. I love this, man. Like, gets him going, and then does the right thing when you're attacking somebody in a one-on-one ISO situation. You attack the high leg, right? So he starts going this way, and he notices, all right, Sar's giving me this way. I'm going to snatch it back, attack the high leg right here. Picks the ball up a little bit early, because young guards tend to do that, but we're attacking. We're able to get it there. High off the glass finish, man. I thought Sar was going to beat that shit. I'm not going to lie. I thought Sar was getting that, because Sar often can. But he has a nice touch on it. That's tough, man. That's tough shit. Here we go. I love this already. You took some contact, but we're continuing to keep the dribble alive. Hey, Powell, I need you to kind of get out of the way, my guy. I need you to get out of the way. Here we go. Like, I like this. He's playing the game, right? He's playing the game. It might not be falling right now, but this guy knows how to play. We just need to work on some of the finer details of it all and finishing, and we can get there. I think this kid's really smart, man. I like him. Like, this film would make me excited personally. So that's just my note. Do we want to watch the assists really quick? Fuck it. Let's do it. It's going to be a 40-minute video regardless. I don't care. Where did he go? Nolan, let me see your assists in this one. Let me see what you're doing, because I liked your passing at the next level. Here we go. We get to see him run some pick and roll stuff. Good job, Sharp, rolling the correct way. Open up towards the ball handler. This is great. Nice. They're going to leave rookies open. There's a lot of rookies on the court, but it is okay. Nice read. We like this. Sar. Ooh, fell right off. Here we go. Give him the ball. Let's see what we got. We're going. I like it. Finish. Thank you. Cool. I like this, man. Just like, take your time. It's not just, doesn't need to just be a sprint down the court. He sees the opening right there, gets it over the top. Boom. Great. I like that pass. See, like, these are real, like, playmaking assists right here. This isn't just like, oh, I passed the ball to somebody and then it's there. This is reading. Here we go. I like this. Like, he's creating opportunities right here. And now, in this one right here, right, Sar cuts him off. Now, he could keep the dribble going a little bit longer. Sharp might be able to get something here and get a floater. That's not necessarily his game, so I don't mind this pass. Could be a little bit more on target, but that's okay. He's creating the opportunity here. Those are 3 real assists right there. Here we go. What are we doing? Ooh, we're just going to attack, go by. Great stuff. Hey, cool. Maybe not the most efficient way to make that pass happen. I think CJ McCollum confused him a little bit here because CJ came over to help. And so he's like, okay, this is what happens in this situation. I throw an alley-oop. But CJ kind of didn't commit to it, and he probably picked up the ball too early. He kind of lost his footing too, but like the read is there. So again, a real assist that he created. This is great. Here we go. Give me this basketball. I'm attacking. Boom. Find the next right guy. These are real assists. Like, and I'm, again, not trying to take away from other guys. I'm not. I'm just saying there's a difference between like, hey, I got 10 assists and they were all just kind of like passing it down to Karl Anthony or passing it to Karl Anthony Towns. He shoots a three and makes it, right? These are all self-created, right? So this is a creator right here. I'm a fan of Nolan, man. Let's get him more minutes once he's able to finish a little bit better. So yeah, those are the rookies as of right now. We could go and take a look at like other guys through here or whatever. I'm probably not going to do that this week just for the sake of timing and stuff like that. But I'm hoping to watch some more like film through this week and be a little bit more informed coming into things next week. So that's just my hope. But with all that being said, thank you guys very much for watching. These rookies are a ton of fun. Let me know what rookies you want me to watch next week or whatever, who you've really been enjoying watching. With all that being said, let's go Google myself. Alrighty, so typically we do like a comment to the video right here, but somebody said like, hey, AVC, have you ever like Googled yourself? And I haven't. I really haven't. That seems weird. I don't think I have enough of an internet presence to see if that's a thing or not. And so this is me facing a fear right here and being like, all right, let's Google myself. Let's just see. Why AVC? Oh, AVC basketball probably makes sense. I must have looked up AVC basketball at some point here. So if you pull up AVC basketball, I don't know who this is. What school is this right here? This is, I don't know. I don't know what AVC is, but I should probably become the coach there. I feel like that's the appropriate thing. Atlantic Coast Conference. There's me. I'm like the third result. And by the way, I don't expect to see myself like on here. AVC women's basketball. Also not me. Okay, fair enough. What if I put YouTube at the end of it? So here I am here. I was curious if okay, this is what I was curious about. Like, has anybody mentioned me in a Reddit or anything at this point? Ooh, AVC Big Board. There's a whole Reddit to my Big Board. Good content. AVC is a highly recommended YouTube channel. Thank you. That's so nice. Cool to see a real dude. Oh, cool to see what a real dude in the NBA thinks. I don't know if I count as actually in the NBA as much as a consultant, but thank you. I like that he focuses in on what are those dudes actually doing on the floor. Is that what I say? Is that what I say often? That's kind of interesting. Makes the analysis so much more poignant. I find this guy highly annoying. Damn it. Well, you know, can't be for everybody. I'm sure my wife would kind of agree with you here. Does anyone know what this guy's name is? Nope, I'm not leaving that. Or what college he claims to have coached at. It's technically two different ones. And like, by the way, like coaching for me is like, I've never been the guy like that's like head coach or top assistant or whatever. I'm too young for that stuff. So I'm not making like, in my coaching experience, it's never been strategy or things like that. My job was more so like player development, recruiting, stuff like that, training, that kind of shit. So I don't put that stuff out on the internet if you're new to the channel, just because now I have NDAs with my business, so I don't talk about my current clients, and I don't talk about my past with like being a coach, because then all of a sudden I'm bringing those teams and those people I used to work with into my brand, and that doesn't seem fair to them, because I want to be able to say whatever I want on the internet and not worry about reputation. Or what NBA team he claims to work for. Well, again, I'm more of a consultant. I don't know. He seems smart enough about basketball, but I'm not sure about how critical these claims are. I don't know. I guess I don't care if you believe it or not. Here's the thing. Some people have figured out like my name and stuff like that, and I appreciate that you guys keep it quiet. And like, if you looked hard enough, you will see evidence of me being places. That is the best way I can put it. Again, if you do put my name out there, probably gonna block you, so is what it is. What do we got here? Best NBA podcast YouTube channel for draft content. Hoop Intellect. I'm not really familiar with too many of these things. Do we just have an AVC on here? What do we got? I recently discovered AVC within YouTube, and really enjoy his breakdowns. Picks a few games from the beginning, middle, end of the season, and really, is this about like college or for draft content? Gotcha. And he really breaks down the play of the prospects. Thank you. And tosses in examples and commentary on some subpar college play. Well, thank you. What's the response here? I like his channel. I think he clearly knows basketball, but he claims to be a coach. Is this the same person? Capital Balance 9005. Is this guy just going around being skeptical of me? It is. What the fuck? Who is this dude? Hey, leave me alone. Well, I guess you can do whatever the fuck you want. Best YouTube scouting content creators. Okay, last one. Are there any others? Nope. Antelope Valley College. That's who this is. Shout out Antelope Valley College. We need to do an AVC watches AVC at some point. Best YouTube scouting content creators. This is going so much better than I thought it would. I figured I was nowhere on here. Let's see. Does AVC appear here as well? You guys don't know AVC? Space question mark. Oh no, you guys are leaving improper grammar in places. That's not my thing. He's amazing. You need an apostrophe there. He does 12-hour streams the whole week of the trade deadline. That's incorrect. Don't do that. He has in the past worked in scouting and development for NBA teams. That's correct. Well, I currently work in like scouting and analytics. That's kind of where like my business exists now. What was the other thing? I don't really do player development anymore. That's just like when I was working within like an NBA team, that was kind of like my entry role into things. And so that means like skill development, helping guys that like just jump onto the team, get caught up with like the offense, stuff like that. It's a little bit more like bitch boy errand tasks than you probably think it is. But, you know, I've been in more rooms and places than the average person has, right? Blah, 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 blah. He's, and currently has different things going on with NBA teams as well as his company. Thank you so much. Yeah, AVC is my favorite. Thank you so much. Wow. This is kind of cool. Look at me being spread on the internet. So, hey, like, subscribe, comment, keep spreading the word about the channel. I'm not going to lie, though. I get a little bit self-conscious about thinking, and I'm not really a self-conscious person. It's more so just like, I never expected YouTube to like work for me. And look, 8,000 subs, that's not like a large amount on YouTube by any means. But at some point, like, does this start to negatively affect my business? I don't know. And so I kind of just like having the small community that I have, but I don't know, it's weird to think that I'm being discussed like on the internet. So this was probably too long of a portion. I just thought it would be kind of an interesting thing to do. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed the rookie report and everything. And yeah, we'll do a progress report tomorrow. Thanks so much and see you on Reddit, apparently. Okay, bye.